Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020, and a very happy Easter to everyone. Oh God, I've just dated this video now. Okay, well, if you're watching it in 2050, it was a very good Easter indeed. Yes, we just got over COVID, and a nasty old bald man who's clearly past his prime tried to take over the world. Anyway, let's continue now with the vehicle performance comparison chart. As you can see, we're doing pretty decently indeed. Oh God, let's move on to the next Grand Prix. It's time for Canada. Oh, Canada, oh, how we love you so. Anyway, practice has been completed at Canada. We've got 500 beautiful resource points to add to our collection, which means we can bolt on some more parts onto the car. Okay, so here we are at Canada right now, and it's a favourite circuit of the Hookster, so he should do pretty decently. He's about to cross the line for the first qualifying run at the moment. He's in second place and only 0.264 off the leader, who's currently Charles Leclerc. As we accelerate forward now a little bit later into qualifying, you can see that we've got it dropped down to fourth place at the moment. We are slightly up on our delta time. We're about to cross the line now. We're going to improve on fourth. The answer to that is going to be yes, we bloody well do. Look at that, just behind the Mercedes of Bottas and Hamilton. Third place for the Hookster. Wowzers me trousers. As we accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying, you can see still in third at the moment. Look at this, we've now accelerated into second place. We have split up now both the Mercedes, and we're right in the middle, second position at the moment at Canada. Wowzers. As we accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying, as you can see, we haven't improved on our time because we'll actually run out of fuel, I think, or getting low on fuel, and we're going to cross the line now, and we just wanted to get there before time run out. Let's see where we ended up. Third place for the race. Wow, this should be a Bobby Dazzler. A Bobby Dazzler, yes. Okay, I won't ever say that again, I promise. Anyway, so there you go. 18th for our teammate George Russell. What a loser.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than a tenth of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions. And watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. So let's chat about Daniel Kvyat. Looks like they've got a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the field.
But on the bright side, at least those fresh components can help them maintain the power they need to come through the pack. I expect to see them take a more aggressive approach today to make up for the compromised start.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have the captain, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, and Verstappen, Perez, Albon, Sainz, and Lando Norris, Stroll, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, and Ocon, Grosjean, Magnussen, George Russell, and Daniel Kvyat. They've taken a grid penalty. Giovinazzi and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the Seasons career mode, and we say go, go, and away he goes. Look at this, Hamilton just off to the right hand side. He's almost dispatched Hamilton already. Yes, he has. As we go into 2-1, what about Bottas? Any time Bottas has contact with Valtteri Bottas. Oh, very outside. But is he going to get through? I think he did. Yes, wowzers. Unbelievable scenes for the Hookster there. Straight through, up into the lead at Canada. Well, we all knew he was going to do it. From that position on the grid, he had no alternative but to beat the Mercedes, because if he didn't get in front of them into turn 1, they would have been off and gone, and he would never have been able to catch them, of course, because don't forget, we are in our potato car still. Yes, the slowest car on the grid, and you can also see that both the Mercedes cars are right up our chuff, unfortunately, but for the moment, we are still in the lead of this Grand Prix. It's just so great to be in the lead again, it really is. But as you can see, Bottas and Hamilton are right up the chuff of the Hookster, getting very, very close indeed. Less than quarter of a second now. Bottas is behind. Look at this. Bottas is already going for a move. We got no DRS, no nothing. In fact, just the pure speed of that Mercedes car. Bottas does manage to get past us, but what are we going to do? We're going to... Oh, he blocks us. He blocks us, and we have to go very, very wide. He did almost go to the wall. Oh my God. That was so close. We just managed to hold on, but look at this. Both the Mercedes are still attacking us. Wowzers, me trousers. No, stop it now. Stop it. As we go into turn 1, we still hold on to the lead at the moment into lap 2 against both these Mercedes drivers. But how long can we do it for? If we accelerate for down to lap 2, well, not for very long, as you can see. Lewis Hamilton has now got past us, but we are going to see if we can sneak him out around the outside. Yes, we do, and we hold on to this first position on the second lap. But just look in the rear view mirror, as you can see, Hamilton is right up our chuff. We've got Bottas in there as well. He's getting harried by one of the Ferraris. I do believe that's Charles Leclerc, as Lewis Hamilton sort of does a fake move down the inside there, trying to get past us. But we still at the moment hold on to this first position. It's getting very, very dicey now. Very, very dicey indeed as we go into the third lap. And look, and you can see how much we are pushing. You can also see how much pace we've got in this race. We've just put in the fastest lap of the race. Wowzers. Absolute wowzers. We accelerate for that lap 3. Look at this. We've got a car trying to get past us again. It's Lulu. Oh, and he goes round. No. Oh, there's absolute chaos behind. Look at that. Lewis Hamilton has gone round and he's caused an absolute pile at the safety car. Well, the safety car has been deployed. That was to be expected. But oh my God, what a pile up that was behind us. Lulu spun round and all the other cars just, I think they just all crashed into each other. We've got a 5-second penalty for Lando Norris, who's in third place at the moment. Maxi Boy Verstappen is currently the car behind us in second place, as we are about to go behind the safety car. We will go to a replay in a minute and see exactly what happened there. But anyway, we're going to come in for our pit stop, of course. This is the alternative strategy. Very, very early in the race, we're going to come in for our pit stop, and that should take us to the end. Well, it will do, because those tyres will last no problem whatsoever, the medium tyre. So in we come, change onto the mediums. Thank you, lads. Very quick time, please. Oh, it was a quick time, 2.5 seconds. We're going to rejoin now, of course, behind the safety car. But where is our position at the moment? We're in 4th place at the moment, but there's more cars, I think, going past us. No, we're okay. So we come out of the pits in 4th place behind the safety car. Wowzers. So let's go to a replay and see what happened there. As you can see, there is Lulu trying to get past us. I think there's just going to be a slight little touch here. Slight little touch. It's not going to... Yeah, it's just... Look at that. Just a slight off. And round Lulu goes. And look at this. We got a Red Bull plough into Lulu. And I think we got... Oh, look. Oh, it's just absolute chaos. Let's have a look from the Ferrari now. There's Lulu goes round. The Ferrari slows down. And there goes the Red Bull. And the Ferrari gets hit up the Jack Jones as well by one of the other cars. And it's all going on. All going on. Anyway, back to us under the safety car conditions on lap 5. It's time for us to say go, go, go once again. And it's away we go in 4th place. Now, thankfully, you can see that the cars ahead didn't make a pit stop under the safety car. So that means that all those cars ahead of us have got to come in for our stop. So it means we could end up in the lead as we accelerate forward at lap 8. Lap 8 is Charles Leclerc. We're going to go for a move on Charles Leclerc. We're not going to wait for these cars to come in. Oh, a little bit of contact with Charles there, but we managed to hold on to it. I think we may have got a little bit of damage from that. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, we have. Look, we got some yellow damage to our wing there. It was only a slight little touch, but it was enough to damage our wing. So we've got to be really careful now for the remainder of this Grand Prix as we accelerate forward at lap 8. And let's have a look. Yes, there are cars now coming in. As I said, they're still the soft runners, so they're coming in for their stop. We go past now. We're up into 2nd place. The car in front of us now is Le Mans Grosjean. Yes, Grosjean. Oh, he's French, don't you know? French, yes, French. Now, did Loman Grosjean start on a medium tyre, or has he already come in for his pit stop? I'm not quite sure what's happening here. We will find out. We'll accelerate for that lap 10. And as you can see, Grosjean has now come in for his pit stop, which means he must have started on a medium. So he's coming in now for the soft tyre, which means we go past and we go back into the lead of the race on lap 10. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What an epic race this has been so far. We've got the Ferrari, though, of Sebastian Vettel right up our chuff as we accelerate forward on lap 12. Still holding on to the lead. Oh, no. Lance Stroll is now out of the session. Lance has fallen. The Stroll has been strolled off the circuit. Yes. And now we continue in the lead at the moment. Vettel is just over half a second behind us at the moment on lap 13. So we're on lap 15. We are still somehow holding on to the lead. And in fact, we have pulled out the gap now to Sebastian Vettel. It's now up to 2.7 seconds. I don't know how we're doing it, but it's just the pure enjoyment the Hookster gets out of this circuit. I'm sure it is, because he's just bloody good at it. As we accelerate forward out to the last lap of the race, and it looks like the Hookster is going to get a very, very welcome first place, 25 points in the bag. Thank you very much. Yes, he's now 4 seconds ahead of Sebastian Vettel in second place, Bottas in third, Maxi Boy in fourth, and Sergio Perez is in fifth position. So we come past Champions Wall for the final time at Canada, and it looks like we are going to win the race and get those all-important 25 points for our championship campaign. And don't forget, we're in a potato as we cross the line. Yes, get in there.
Great drive.
Wow.
Good job.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We always do seem to do well at Canada. We really do. And driver of the day goes to Pierre Gasly. What about me then? What about me? I just got first place in a potato. Like, there's Claire Williams. Look at her. Look, she's absolutely... Oh God, what's happened to her hair? What? That's a little bit too much VO5, I think. There, Claire. A little bit too much VO5. You need to switch to L'Oreal. But there is the Hookster, who finished in first position. And there's his team mechanics congratulating themselves like they always do. Well done. So up onto the podium now. There he is. There's the Hookster. Look at him. So sprightly. So sprightly. Only 39 years old, and he's still winning races in potatoes. In absolute potatoes he's in. A Williams. And he's still doing it. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And it's Easter as well, which makes it even better. A win for the Hookster at Easter. Wowzers. So there you go then. Let's have a look at the points after that round. Of course, don't forget 25 for us. And we've now skyrocketed up into 7th place with 65 World Championship points. Valtteri Bottas in the lead with 140. Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place with 134. And loser George Russell was in 18th place with one single solitary World Championship point. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So it's time to move on to the next Grand Prix. It's time for the French... it's the French Grand Prix. This Grand Prix always makes me dizzy. Anyway, vehicle performance comparison chart. We are still right at the bottom and way behind Alfa Romeo, but we're going to bolt some more parts onto the car right now. Hopefully, this will improve the performance of our car to get us higher up the grid before we change onto another car. Yes, which is what we do because it's the all seasons. Anyway, practice has been completed and we got some more serious points. We got 880 this time for our campaign. Fantastic. Yes, well done, Hookster. So here we are at Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix, and it's just not a circuit that Hookster's very fond of. Anyway, we crossed the line for the first qualifying run at the moment, and it's going to put him in 4th place, but 1.1 seconds behind the leader. This could be what's going to happen in qualifying as we accelerate. Yes, it is. As you can see, we've now dropped down to 19th place at the moment, but we are almost 3/4 of a second up on our deltas, so let's see if we can improve on that. George Russell, our teammate, is only in 20th, so he's not doing very well on this circuit either, but can we improve on 19th place? I reckon this could be good enough for about 17th, maybe even 16th as we come around the final corners. And we're about to cross the line, and it puts us in, I keep forgetting the line's a bit closer, further away. Yes, there it is. No, there it is. And 17th place, yes, 17th position at the moment. As we accelerate forward now to just 2 minutes now. In fact, qualifying has now finished. The checkered flag has come out. We've made it up into 18th place at the moment, but unfortunately we're not up on our delta. So it looks like it's going to be an 18th place start for us and a 20th place start for our own teammate, George Russell. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, as we cross the line now, are we going to drop or are we going to stay in 18th position? And there's the line. Let's have a look. Where did we end up? It was 18th place for the race. Pretty disappointed, unfortunately, after all our success at Canada. But we just got to go with it now. Valtteri Bottas got pole position. And yes, George Russell finished in last place. Okay then, let's do this.
Welcome along then to France, host of the world famous Tour de France. But we're not talking 2 wheels today, we're talking 4, in a country widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing back in the late 1800s. We've come a long way since then, and you're about to find out how far. It's time for the French Grand Prix. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. Let's have a chat about Williams. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Vettel, and Esteban Ocon, Stroll, Norris, Kimi Raikkonen, and Gasly, Grosjean, Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat. They've taken a grid penalty, and the captain, Giovinazzi, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the season. Screw better, we say go, and it's away he goes from 18th place. We got one of the Alpha Tauris. Look at this, he gets past one already. We got Magnussen, we got Lombard, Grosjean as we're now going to go to turn 1. Oh, look at this, Grosjean's gone all over the place, and he dives down the inside of a huge amount of cars and gets through. Yes, contact with Grosjean, but look at this, he's been getting pummeled in the side pod by Lando Norris as well. He's lost 2 positions there. Look at that, Gasly and Norris going past, but look at this, Lookster does another dive down the inside. Oh my god, and he fast and furious around the outside and almost bins it as well, but he just manages to hold on to how he does it. But yes, he's in 12th position at the moment. That was a very interesting start for Nookster there. Very interesting. That will go down in history as quite possibly one of the worst starts he's ever done in all his life. But there you go. There you go. So the Hookster has got in the 12th position. Look at this. They are 3 abreast going into this next turn. And Hookster's going to see if he can use the opportunity to try and get past some of them. It's Esteban Ocon in the Renault. Look at this. He dives down the inside. Does he? No, yes. Just slips down the inside of Ocon, who's up in the 11th place now. He's just outside the World Championship points, and he's chasing on Lance Stroll, of course, in the Racing Point Force India of 2020. Look at this. 3 cars ahead of us. They're all going to be holding each other up, which gives the Hookster the opportunity to try and get past all of them. All of them he's hoping to anyway. But at the moment, it's not going to fruition because they're always getting a little bit closer to Stroll, Let's have a look. Now, behind us now, we've got Esteban Ocon in that Renault car. Lando Norris is down to 13th place behind Ocon, and we are still chasing Stroll. We're just about to come around the final corners now to complete lap 1 of the Paul Ricard circuit, and we're still in 11th place, just outside, unfortunately, the World Championship points at the moment. As we accelerate forward now to lap 2. Yes, lap 2. Stroll's got the gap out now to 1.4 seconds. So we are definitely losing pace at the moment. But we look at this. I think that's Lando Norris trying to get past us in the McLaren. Yes, but doesn't quite manage it as we go around the final corner now and start the next lap. But Lando's still there, I think, off to the right-hand side. We've got to sort of squeeze him a little bit to see if we can hold on to our position. He's sort of just sitting there at the moment, not doing much, but I think we're going to dive down inside. Yes, we do, and we hold on to this 11th place. Still outside, though, the World Championship points, and Stroll's now 2.8 seconds ahead of us as we accelerate forward to lap 4. Yes, Stroll has got the gap up now to 5.5 seconds. 5.5. So we've really got no pace in this car at this track, unfortunately. So there you go. We're going to hold on to 11th place though, so we're not doing too bad, but in terms of getting points, I think it's going to be difficult as we accelerate forward to lap 4. And the Renault behind, we just had a little bite of the Hookster cherry there, but we're going to come in for our pit stop anyway on lap 4. It doesn't look like any other cars are coming in, so they're all going through. There's the ambulance and the fire truck behind us. Hopefully they won't be needed today. Well, with the Hooksters driving, they probably will be needed today. But anyway, we come in for our pit stop now and change onto the medium tyre. Thank you, lads. Yes, medium tyre goes on. And out we go. It's a nice 2.2 pit stop, but unfortunately we are going to rejoin right at the back of the field. But it's okay because no one of the other cars have stopped yet, so it's not too bad. On lap 5 now of the Grand Prix. 20th for Hookster, 19th for George Russell. 17 seconds now up the road ahead of us as we accelerate forward at lap 5. Just coming round the final corner to go down the start-finish line, and we had some cars in, but they've all gone out again. So this is not good news. We've got one car that's come in. I think it's Roman Grosjean. Yes, so we've made up one position up into 19th place on lap 6 at the moment. We are chasing the Honey Badger, who's 5 seconds up the road ahead of us. We go a little bit wide there on the exit as we accelerate forward out to the end of lap 6, going past the pits once again. Thankfully, more cars have come in, but it only looks like there's about 3 or 4. Just looking at the mini-map here, yes, maybe 4 cars have come in there. So we've made it up now to 13th place. So we could actually be losing positions, in fact, not gaining positions after our pit stop. As once again, we go very, very wide there on that exit of the corner. As we accelerate forward out to lap 7, just going past the pits. Now we've got 2 more cars have come in, but this is still only going to put us, I think, back into 11th, isn't it? No, it's 12th. There's Pierre Gasly as we dive down inside of Gasly. Yes! So we haven't actually lost any positions whatsoever, but we haven't gained any either. What we have gained is a little bit of time to Daniel Ricciardo, who's currently in 10th position. As we accelerate forward at lap 9, as you can see, we're now 8.7 seconds behind the Honey Badger and just shy of a quarter of a second in front of Esteban Ocon. So this is not looking good for any World Championship points. It's just so disappointing after all the glory in Canada where we got first place and won the race. It looks like we're not going to score any points here at the Paul Ricard circuit as we accelerate forward at lap 12. And as you can see, we're getting passed by Ocon. He's on the hard tyre as well, but he's in the Renault, which is faster than our potato. I think, very wide there. Looks very wide indeed. Can he cover it up? Yes, he can. I think personally that the true potential of the Williams car is being shown at this race at Paul Ricard. Yes, it was a little bit of a fluke. And as we accelerate forward at lap 13, Lando Norris has just got past us in the McLaren, but I think we're going to see if we can outbrake him into this next turn. Yes, we do, but we go very wide again. Can we once again hold it together? Yes, we can. We're going to warn for a collision with Lando Norris. I didn't see any collision there whatsoever, but there you go. That's the FIA stewards for you. And Valtteri Bottas has won the race, and that means that very, very disappointingly, we're going to finish just outside of those World Championship points, 16 seconds behind Carlos Sainz in the McLaren, who scoops up that last World Championship point in 10th position. But that was just how it's going to be, unfortunately. As I say, I think the true potential of our Williams, in fact, just looking, we got damage to the car, to the front wing. I didn't notice that earlier, so that could be a reason why our performance wasn't very good. So there you go, didn't even realise we had a bit of damage there. But anyway, we come around the final corner now and finish the race in a very disappointing 11th place. And there's the line. No, there's the line. Oh dear. Anyway, still pretty decent for our potato, has to be said. Still pretty decent. We didn't finish last, did we? And we get what the molly for? How come we get driver of the day for finishing 11th, and we don't get it for finishing first in the last round in Canada? There's Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Nicola. And there is the leader who won the race. It was one of the Mercedes drivers. I didn't catch who it was. Was it Valtteri? I think it was. Anyway, onto the podium. Yes, it was Valtteri Bottas on the top step. There's Lulu. And there's Valtteri, who beat Lulu. Yes. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. It's time now for the champagne to go over everyone. There it goes. Champers flying about everywhere. Wowzers. Me trousers, as I like to say, a lot. Very much a lot indeed. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, let's move on. As you can see now in the Drivers' Championship, as we scored no points for that round, it's not going to be any different, is it, as we go now to the standings. So let's have a look at those standings. As you can see, still in 7th place with 65 World Championship points. Valtteri Bottas in the lead with 165. Wowzers, we're exactly 100 points behind him. In our potato. It's okay though. Well, that's another exciting episode of the All Seasons finished for another Sunday evening at 5 p.m. Just like to say thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. And yes, of course, as always, there will of course be more later. Ha 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 ha.